What's up, guys? It is Sunday, March 2nd, 2025, MMAOB Daily Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin. Joined by my co-host, Mr. Big Marcel, and our special guest this evening, Mr. Alex Behunin from MMA Mania. Glad to have you guys here. Looking forward to talking about UFC Vegas 103, which, I mean, it turned out to be a pretty good card, man. I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, I wasn't, really digging it that much, but it was a pretty good card. Alex, I know that you put a tweet out yesterday, deleted after. I'm assuming your guy at the UFC didn't like the tweet. Is that what happened, or?
No. I mean, I'm not feeling so good today.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the shit card that was last night.
Oh, come on, it was good.
I mean, what's good?
I thought the prelims sucked, but the main card was like fucking banger after banger, man. Like, it was pretty damn good. I thought. What do you think, Marcel?
I don't know, man. I kind of feel violated between two bald dudes in between. I have no idea, but yeah, man. I mean, it was an okay card. I don't think it was bad at all. You know, I don't think it was like fire. It was okay. You know, and what also helped is it was only a 5-fight main card, so I was done after like 2:30 a.m. in the morning, which is perfect. You know, normally it's like it's later. And with the fucking Seattle card, it was like over on 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. So next week. We'll suck again, of course, you know, with pay-per-view, but at least it's a pay-per-view, you know.
Yeah, and we'll preview the pay-per-view on the second half of the podcast today, but we're going to go through the recap. So let me get some comments from the viewers. We got our boy Joe in the chat. What's up, Joe? What's up, card? What's up, fellas? Card was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Andrew liked the card as well. Antoine, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here, Antoine. Yeah, I hope you're having a great week, too. I know that Alex has been under the weather. I've been a little under the weather, too. Last week I could barely talk, so my voice is at least back. Is your voice going, Alex? Is that...
No, it's not. It's just like I'm like super
congested?
Yeah, congested. Like the wind is crazy over here in Vegas.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying.
Is it hot there right now, or no? Like, it's March, right?
No, it's perfect. Like 70 degrees.
Okay, nice, cool. How you doing, Marcel?
Don't act like you know what 70 degrees is, because I also have no idea.
I don't. I'm actually going to Google it right now. 70 F to Celsius.
We also have Celsius
20,
here.
It's like 20. It's like 21.
Oh, it's okay. That's nice.
It's like nice, actually. Yeah. Boys came with the fresh cuts. Yeah, me and Alex are like bald headed here, and Marcel's got a little bit of hair. We got to get Marcel to shave it off next time.
My wife actually, my wife actually buzzed my hair. I
do myself, Alex. I told you this last time. I do it myself.
I don't say, man, but you see, I have also like that receding hairline, but I don't give a fuck. You know, it is what it is.
Me and you got that going on. Alex is still. Alex, are you saying maybe you're 30? You're 89 or 88?
90.
Oh, you're not. Fuck, this guy's even younger than you, Marcel. Year. We got 88, 89, 90. Oh, man. We're all getting up there, boys. We're getting up there.
It's just disrespectful, man. He's younger than me, and he has a better beard. You know, it's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
Alex looks sexy. Alex is a damn sexy guy.
I have fantastic hair. It's just I fucking don't like dealing with it, so I rather just shave.
It's just easier.
I also have fantastic hair, just on the wrong places, you know.
Oh God! All right, let's get into the card, guys. Let's go recap because I do want to talk about 313 after. I know we're gonna go through those fights. So let's just get through this UFC Vegas show, another warehouse show. Apparently, they're going to not do as many now, but then it's like 3 less. So,
bro, let's be honest. That was a beautiful farewell for Dominic Cruz in the Apex. I mean, that was something.
I just feel like, bro, they should have taken these fights and put them on different cards and like given us a week break before the pay-per-view to like build anticipation. You know, like. It was.
Our friend Cole Sheldon in the chat, he made a good comment. I thought that he said like COVID like changed everything, but not for the better. And I kind of agree with him because like think about it, these used to be fight night cards at like arenas. Like these would be just like with a crowd. Like you mentioned him like this is when the fight got booked 2 months ago. You're like, why the fuck did they put Hyder and Mill in the Apex? You said it.
And like, as well.
Yeah, these guys have like banger fights, and like who's watching them? How many? Did they expand it though? Is there more people now? Is that true or?
No.
Okay.
It's the same. But like, look at they could have put Hyder and Mill on Seattle or next week.
Yeah.
They could have put Danny Silva, Esteban on UFC Mexico, who has like 9 fights right now. Like, it's an unnecessary card.
Yeah, I kind of agree. But again, I thought it turned better than I thought, to be fair. But go ahead.
You know what also annoys me, man? When they push the time back for 30 minutes and they still
I hate that.
Begin 25 minutes later. It's like
I don't like that either.
I don't need to watch your fucking promos from Manel Kape and
No.
Asu Almabayev that I've seen the whole week already. You know, we are not like some. Listen, man, there are maybe a couple of like, how do you say that, casual fans who are watching, because most casual fans skip these cards, you know. But all the hardcores who are watching, they're not going to sit in front of the TV or whatever. And it's like, oh, who the fuck will be on this card? Let's find out on the broadcast. You know, it's like so fucking annoying. You know.
Put Mario Pinto in London in a couple of weeks. Yeah. Esteban, Danny Silva, Chepe, put them on Mexico. Like, come on, dude, it's not hard.
You guys aren't wrong. All right, let's get through the card. Let's start from the top, work our way down. Main event: Manel Kape puts on pretty like damn good performance here against Asu Almabayev. This was like one-way traffic. Somehow Sal Diamato second round to Asu. That's crazy. Manel dominated this fight. He won like every minute of the fight. He looked really good again. Like, again, this version of Manel, the last two fights with Bruno and now with Asu, like, this is a guy that could not only fight for the belt, like, potentially win the belt. Like, I think he's that good. Now, he's already lost to Pantoja, so we've seen that Pantoja has, like, the skill set to beat him. But I still think, 5 years later, that's a more interesting rematch. So I'm excited about it. Like, apparently, Kai Kara France is getting a title shot, but that fight's not official yet, right?
I mean, it's not. When Pantoja went on the ESPN post-fight show, they have 317 underneath this fucking thing. So like, yeah, so he's fighting on that card. Now, it's not signed, but like all points, it should be Kai Kara France. But to be honest, bro, like I would not mind if Manel Kape leapfrogs him, because
I think he should personally.
Yeah,
I'm with
1000%. Like he's on a 2-fight finish streak. Looks good, more interesting. Kai Kara France, yeah, he knocked out Steve Versick, but before that, he was on a losing streak. So, like, I don't know.
No, I'm with you. Like, I think there was a time when Kara France made sense because the division didn't have anyone, but now you have Kape just killing guys, and he looks amazing. What do you think, Marcel? Would you rather have Kape or Kara France get the shot?
To be honest, I don't give a shit. I'm cool with both guys getting a title shot. I mean, Kape has looked good in his last two fights. Don't forget he lost to Marquez in July last year.
It was a pretty close fight. Some people thought he won. I don't agree with that. But
I don't think so. But, I mean, he looked good against Silva, and he looked great against Almabayev. The thing is here, like, the finish sequence, the thing is when Almabayev was saying, like, I got poked in the eye, he didn't get poked in the eye. And then when he got poked in the eye, Mike Beltran didn't see it, and he got poked twice in the eye within 2-3 seconds, So there is something to say about that. That said, it was a great performance by Kape. I think he looked amazing. His takedown defense was on point. Almabayev didn't know what he had to do. He was like running away pretty much. So that was a good stoppage of Beltran. But the eye pokes are a problem, At the same time, how big is that Kai Kara France win against Ertzak? I'm still not sure how big that is, But at the time, I think it was back then. It's definitely since Ertzak went so close with Pantoja. I think they have two options, and that's good because before they had like Brandon Royval, which already fought many times against Pantoja, which in my opinion is still an option, but hey, they don't want that, obviously. Moreno, they had as an option. They also lost to Pantoja a couple of times. So now they have more fresh options, although Kape fought him once, I know, and Kai Kara fought him in tough. But still, they have better options now to make another fight. So for them, choose one.
Yeah, and the other one could fight Royval, I guess, right? That would make sense, right?
Who?
Whoever doesn't get the title shot could fight Royval, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get some comments here, by the way. We have some other people in the chat. We got Lazy Bed, Antoine. Do you guys think it was close? Yeah, he's just talking about the title shot. Yeah, I agree. Larry, what's up? We'll talk about Danny Barlow in a minute. Clay, what's up? Yeah, the eye pokes. Yeah, I mean, that's it happened, and it was Chris Tyone, right, in the main event, I think?
No, Mike Beltran.
Oh, Mike Beltran. Sorry, it was Mike. I always get them confused for some reason, even though he has a huge beard. But yeah, no, Mike Beltran, I mean, like, we saw what happened last week with the eye pokes. It was a problem. Mm-hmm. And then this week, Kape kind of got away with them a couple times. Like, I still think, this fight was going his way regardless, but, like, they didn't help. Yeah. But it's at the same time, like, I don't know, man. Like, you're raking him across his eyes and you're not even giving the guy a chance for a timeout,
I think the problem is when he gave him the chance for a timeout, that was actually a punch,
Well, they said that, but then they showed the replay and it looked like it was like a rake. The second time was definitely fingers.
Yeah, and then they didn't say shit, So
they thought he was a fake. They thought he faked it. That's why.
Yeah.
So, This other comments. Do you guys think Kape could beat Royval? Yeah, I would have picked him. I mean, Royval's good though. Kape was a big favorite in that fight. By the way, Fight Talk's here. That's our guy that does the artwork, Alex. So he's here in the chat. And then Cole, Cole's here. Cool. Marcel, what time should I be ready for next week? So I want to have my schedule for you chat. Still, there we go. So Marcel and Cole, they got a little bit of a rivalry going on between Alex Pereira and Megaman and Kalaev.
Bro, you can be ready whenever you want because it's not going to happen. But be ready, I'd say. I mean, all good. You know,
Cole, cool. 6 p.m. next week, Cole. We're going to have you here, man. We're going to talk about that fight. All right. I think we're good for main event. Let's work our way down.
I don't think Cole will show up. I don't think he will show up.
Co-main event. I mean, on paper, like this fight shouldn't have been a co-main event, but man, it turned out to be one fucking hell of a fight here between Cody Brundage and Julian Marquez. Alex, were you cage side for this one?
I was.
Dude, what a fight, right? It was awesome.
You know what? Actually, I lied. I was back there talking with Hyder, so I wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, I saw your. We'll talk about Hyder in a minute. I watched them last night, but the interviews. But yeah, I mean, what a fight! Obviously, both guys fighting for their UFC careers here. Both guys former training partners. Two really good dudes too. Like you can't say anything bad about these guys. They're just two really solid guys, and they went to war, man. They went to war here. It was an awesome fight, and Cody gets the win here, saves his UFC career. That was the last fight of his contract. I assume the UFC will give him a new one. It was a really good performance, I think, overall. And then Marquez, we both picked him last week, Marcel. He was our Kazet's dog of the week. We picked Brundage and Cody. Julian Marquez. 4 straight knockout losses now for Julian. Just crazy. I mean, there was a time where he was riding high, and now he's like at the lowest of the lows. Go ahead, Alex.
I feel like James Krause seriously fucked up his career because because once that gym shut down. He did not win another fight,
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right about that. That's for sure.
And, he went to Factor X to try over there, and then he went to the lab. He's been trying to, find, a new gym, but ever since Glory MMA fell apart, Julian Marquez did not win a fight. Also, dropping the bag against Miley Cyrus. He hasn't won a fight since that either. So,
it's crazy.
I feel bad. I feel bad for the guy because he is a very gem of a human being, but I feel like James Krause fucking ruined his career.
I mean, this has got to be it for him, though, right? Like, I think he'll probably retire after this. Do you think, or?
I mean, probably.
What? Like, they're not going to offer him another contract, right? Julian?
Also, they could have put him on fucking UFC Kansas City. He's from Kansas City. Just put him on that card.
Like, I don't hate giving him one more fight because he's exciting. I wouldn't hate it. There's got to be someone that's even worse than him on the roster. I mean that in the best possible way because I think Julian again is a decent guy, but 4 straight losses. There's got to be someone he could beat still, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Like, can you think of someone in the middleweight division? Is there someone he could beat?
Jose Medina.
He has a fight, doesn't he? Medina's fighting someone.
Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
Good chair in Mexico.
Oh yeah, he's gonna lose that fight too. I mean, they could. Yeah, they're building that guy up. I'm looking at. He could probably beat Trocoli, I would think, right? Maybe McConico. He might be your guy. He might beat him based on how he looked last week. I don't know. Nick Klein?
They're training partners now.
Okay, how about Nick Klein? I think he could maybe be competitive in that fight. Maybe. Let's be honest. They're probably gonna release the guy. I mean, I just don't hate giving him one more in his hometown. I don't hate it. But yeah, with Cody though, I mean, and Alex, you're a big fan of this guy, and so are you, Marcel. Just a solid dude, man. Gets a huge win, saves his career.
I just really liked it because there was a point in that fight where Cody Brundage from last year would have stopped and would have quit.
He would have quit, yep.
And I think him taking 8 months off to get his mind right really saved his career and really saved just really kind of put things in perspective. Yeah, I was impressed and I was happy for Cody.
Now, Cody is really a good dude, man. And I'm happy people are picking up on that as well, I mean, apparently, the how do you say that? The media day, about his daughter. I mean, a lot of people overthought this dude is just trying to provide for his family, being a family man, doing his job, And he's really a good dude, I mean, so I'm happy for him. He did well. But same, Marquez is also a good dude. So I'm sad that he is on a very bad losing skid, I'd say. Let's see what happens next, But great win for Cody Brundage, man. I'm happy for him.
And a great fight. I mean, honestly, when you talk about 1 round wars, this has got to be up there. This was a great fight, man. Anyways, let's move on to the next fight here. Another awesome fight of the night, although we'll talk about that because I think there was another fight that could have won it personally, but still, you can't complain too much. Great fight here between Esteban Rebux and Nasser Akbaras. Hackprass wins a split decision. I got to be honest, guys. It was a close fight, but I thought Rivovix won. What did you guys think? I'll start with you, Alex. What did you think?
To be honest, I wasn't really watching this completely because like I was thinking I was just gonna go home and watch the fight from my couch. But from what I watched, it feels like Hackprass got him early, and then Rivovich kind of way back.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. How do you score it, Marcel?
I felt like Nasrat started really well. I think the second round was pretty close. I gave it to Ribovich. And the third round, I also gave it to Ribovich. So I had 29-28 still. I don't think it's a robbery. I just think it's a bad decision. But at the same time, it was close. So
I pretty much agree with what you just said. Like, I think it really came down to that second round. The weird thing is, I think it was Chris Lee gave the first round to Ribovich, which I thought was the clearest Nasrat round. Clearly.
Listen, man, if you give the first round to Ribovich, cancel me all you want. You're just a fucking retard. I'm sorry to say.
And then the second round, all three gave to Hackprass, which I thought was the swing round. Could have gone either way, really. Like, again, I leaned Ribovich. I thought he edged it out. He did land more significant strikes in the fight, but again, it was a close fight. I don't really think his stock drops that much, though. Like, it was another fight of the night by this guy. Like, he's just a war after war.
Yeah.
Man, can they turn him around? Well, he took too much damage here, but they got to turn him around quick and get him another fight in front of a crowd, like the fight with Zellhuber. Because this guy needs a crowd. Like,
why would you put him in the Apex?
I don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
Alex is there and he didn't even enjoy it. I mean, why would
I know he was even fucking there to do. I just don't get it. Like, okay, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay with a couple Apex cards here and there because I think it's not a bad thing to have these cards just for spare part fighters like an Andrea Lee, like a fighter that's barely on the roster. You could throw on one of these cards, but like a guy like Rivovich who's in a banger after banger, this guy should never, not have a crowd in front of him. It's just odd. But I will say this, like even though I didn't think he won, hats off to Hackprass because he does have a 5-fight win streak right now. I mean, the guy's improving. He's 30 this year. He's 29 right now. He's kind of grown up in the UFC, Marcel. He's been here for a long time.
Good call out as well.
Who was it again? Who do you call
Moicano.
I mean, I'm good with it. And to be honest with you, I think it's a winnable fight too. McConnell doesn't have the best chin. Go ahead.
I think Hackprass should be on a 2-fight losing streak because I think he lost to Jared Gordon.
A lot of people thought he lost to Gordon too, right?
I think he lost to Gordon. I
just love the guy. I mean, to be fair, like they were pretty competitive fights, I thought. But yeah, I mean, overall in his career, to check his UFC record: 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. He has 10 wins in the UFC, 10-4 in the UFC. I mean, that's pretty solid. Like, I think he's a little bit underrated, to be honest with you. But again, I didn't think he won the fight. By the way, I want to get this comment. Cutting guys like Lapalus, Marquez doesn't respond. Yeah, the Lapalus one, I'm assuming his contract ran. Do you know, Marcel? Is that what happened?
I think he had a 4-5 contract. I feel like it's the same time as the first time, a 4-5 contract going 3-1, and they don't give him a new contract. It's like he's fucking 6-2 with the UFC in 2 stints,
and like he's not even fucking boring. Like that's the thing.
He's a good fighter. Yeah, I was shocked by that cut.
Fucking cut William Gomes over fucking Taylor Lapis. Like, what are you?
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying, but that's a good segue to this. Hyder Emil and William Gomes. I thought this was the fight of the night. I don't know what you guys. What do you think, Marcel? Would you have given this to the other fight?
I mean, it's Alex's favorite fighter, William Gomes. So, I mean, yeah, it's difficult, man. I think this fight could have been the fight or the next one. I don't really have like that. I wasn't like when I saw that Hackprass against Ribovich got it's like, oh my god, it should have been Emil Gomes. I wasn't like that, but it was like, yeah, that was also a possibility, So that's what's wrong.
I love this fight. It was an amazing fight, I thought, and again, Hyder Emil 3-0 now in the UFC, 11-0 in his career. He's 30. He's going to be 35 this year. So time is not on his side, and he's got to get going here, and he's got to start getting a step up in competition and fight in arenas. No more Apex for this guy. But I will say, like, William Gomes is one of these guys that like edges these shitty decisions out. We talked about last week. We're like, close fight, it's going to split decision, and once again, a split decision with this guy. So he's always in these close fights. But I will say, like, this was probably his best fight. I think, even though he lost, like, I at least think some fans appreciated the fight more because
thanks to Hyder Emil.
Thanks to his opponent who was walking forward, pressing forward constantly, and that's why he won the fight. Because Gomes, like, they both landed over 100 significant strikes. Like, it was a war. But Hyder Emil, the forward pressure, I think, was the difference here. I definitely agree with the decision. I think the judges got this one right for sure. Yeah. And then the media day, obviously you were there. Obviously, he's your guy. I heard him say, "What's up, Alex?" Dude, I had no idea about this stuff. So his dad died, his dog died, his friend died. I guess he's not like close with his dad, but obviously it's still his dad. So I mean, that's terrible. And the guy kind of broke down a little bit, Alex, during the post fight. If you guys want, go and watch that. It's pretty. I mean, same with Brundage too. Brundage broke down a little bit too when you guys were asking about his daughter and stuff. So, two guys that this means so much to them. The guy fought his heart out, man. He needs to fight in the arena. I'll let you start, Alex, because he's your guy. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I thought that William Gomi was going to win this fight by being boring. I thought he was just going to like grab Hyder, put him on the fence, kind of jab his way. But Hyder, man, when I messaged him about the fight, and then like a month after, he's like, dude, there's no way this guy's going to beat me because I'm going to be in his face the entire time, and he's not going to be able to knock me out or everything. And he came. He did not take one step back.
Yep.
And he's just so fun to watch, man. And yes, he's 34. He'll never be a champion, but like, he's one of these dudes that like, you see him on the fucking fight card, you're like, all right, I'm watching him fight. All
right, let's put him in the Apex.
Get him out of the Apex. 3 straight fights where he had 3 straight. He had a war with. The Bernie Garcia fight was kind of a war too, and then the last fight was like one of the most crazy knockouts you'll ever see. And then
crazy, like the fucking
like,
UFC wants, dude. The UFC wants exciting fights. There you go, you got him. Like
it's bizarre. Marcel, you obviously were impressed. This was pretty great, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, I picked him. Let's go.
You did pick him. I'll give you credit for that. It was a nice pick. And by the way, I'm assuming both you guys thought he won the split decision, right? Like I think.
Yeah. It was a 50-50 pick to me, man. Before the fight, So, I mean, good for Hyder. I think Gomes cannot complain about his split decision since he got very lucky last time against Brito. But I mean, that dude is action. He keeps coming. It's really fun to watch. I mean, I'm a fan of Hyder Amil, and I'm also always was a fan of his coach Gilbert Melendez. He's also one of my favorites of all time.
Super underrated.
And
not talked enough about like as an all-time great.
Yeah, I agree. Fully agree.
Sure. I kind of feel like Hyder is like he kind of looks to me like a cross between Dominic Cruz and Gilbert Melendez. Like to me, I don't know. He like reminds me of like half of each other. Like a lot of people think he looks like Cruz, but I think he looks like Gil a little bit too. I'm pretty sure he's Filipino, right? I think
fights like Gil, fights like the Diaz brothers. Like he is a scrap pack fighter.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love Gilbert back in the day.
Man,
I thought he beat Benson Henderson when he fought for the belt.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
I think I bet on him too. He's like plus 200 underdog, and I thought he won that fight. It's crazy.
It sucks that the newer fans, like when we started watching the UFC and not the Strikeforce era, the WC era, we only saw Melendez win once against Sanchez. All the other fights he lost. But he was fucking great, man. I love the scrap back at a time when Nick was in Strikeforce. You had Jake Shields in Strikeforce. You had Gilbert in Strikeforce. I mean, Gilbert and Nick, they had all great fights over there, man. I fucking loved it that time.
Oh, yeah. Nick Diaz and Paul Daly. I think Strikeforce was like one of the best promotions of all time. Like, I think it had some of the best fights. And I mean, like when you think about it, the UFC kind of got saved by buying Strikeforce. Like a lot of the fighters there became champions. DC, Luke Rockhold, Ronda Rousey. There's probably some others on my
Misha Tate.
Verdum.
Oh, Misha Verdum. These guys all were Strike. Although Verdum was UFC like originally, but
Robbie
Lawler too. I mean, again, another guy that was UFC, but he went to Strikeforce and became kind of a contender again, and then comes to back to UFC and then made that run. So I mean, like I think that purchase was it kind of changed the course of MMA history when you think about it. Let's get some comments, by the way. Cody's in Austin, dude. He sure is. Angela Lee. No, I think you're saying Andrea Lee. Angela Lee's in one championship. That's let's see. Headed for Revix. Yeah, me too, Joe. If they really push Hyder because of his agent style, is he top 10? No, I don't know. But here's the thing. Like, I look at the top 15. There's beatable guys there. Like, Calvin Kattar's ranked. He beats him. I think he could beat Yusuf Zalal. I think he could. Because if Yusuf's going to run backwards in his fights, guy with insane forward pressure is going to beat him. Go ahead.
Let's do one more crazy fight before we give him the top 15. Let's make him fight Nate Landwehr.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I like that one. Although, what's his name? Danny Silva called on Nate Landwehr, too. I don't know.
Choi would be fun.
Yeah,
someone said this. Hyder Mill versus Duhu Choi. There we go. Patro's here in the chat.
Love it.
How'd you guys score Gomes and Brito? I thought Brito won decision.
Yeah, 2-1.
That last fight. Yeah. Did you guys watch season 5 of Tough Live? Not live, but I have the DVDs. I think they're in my wall here. But yeah, that season's great.
It was with Corey Hill barking, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Woodley too. That's another guy from Strikeforce. Yeah. Corey Hill, the late Corey Hill, he died. He was like 6'4" and like 155. Like I don't know how it was possible. Crazy. Actually, speaking of 6'4" and 155, great segue. Sam Patterson, who used to fight at lightweight, now he's a welterweight, and he gets a massive win here. Big upset over Danny Barlow. Huge knockout here. 3-1 now in the UFC. A guy that came in, got brutally knocked out in his debut, looked terrible, and he's won 3 straight fights by stoppage in the first round. Like, and this one I didn't really see coming. I thought if he got to the ground, he could submit him, but I didn't see him knocking Barlow out. Really good performance. Like, didn't get a bonus because there was a couple other better knockouts, but I mean, he could have. He definitely could have. What'd you guys think of this? I'll start with you, Marcel.
Yeah, he didn't get a bonus because the UFC wanted Barlow to win, obviously. I mean, otherwise he would have gotten a bonus because that was bonus worthy, in my opinion.
It was a great knockout.
Yeah, I mean, Barlow went wild, and he got caught, and then Patterson finished it. Really good for him. He's like, yeah, great. He was happy with the win because that was the last fight on his contract. So he had about a negotiation thing right now with 3 wins in a row. And he started really bad, man, with that loss to Ashmus, but that was at 155, went to 170, looked much better. Yeah, great win. What can you say, man? I mean, I think Barlow was a favorite, was a pretty decent favorite in this fight. And Patterson got it done, man. And how? First round TKO or knockout, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, very good for him, man. It would be fun if they can turn him around quick, maybe for London,
No, I agree. Can they? I mean, he took no damage. Like,
yeah, that's why I
turn him around for 3 weeks. Like, that London card is what, like 10, 11 fights? They could add one more, couldn't they?
Yeah.
They could add. You were there. You were cage side for this one, or you were in the back? Alex? You saw it?
Yeah.
How nasty was this knockout?
Dude, I mean, giving me like 7 things to pick from, I would have not picked Sam Patterson by knockout. And I don't know if this is like, I'm like conflicted. I don't know if this is like a bad look on Barlow or if it's just Sam Patterson.
I think it is a little bit
way better. It's Sam Patterson's way better than like we thought he is. Like,
it's both, I think. He was the underdog, so he wasn't expected to win. But with Barlow, like, so I do some writing for this Expectation Sports. We stream like regional level fights, and he used to fight for like I think it was Attitude MMA. So he fought in Tennessee. So like his level of competition coming to UFC wasn't like the best. And then when you think back now, he barely beat that Veretennikov guy. And that guy got smoked by Vanderford, right? So now he was injured, I believe. I think he said he was injured both his fights. The fight with Quinlan, he broke his arm or hand and then knocked him out, which was nice. But this was kind of a bad look for him. I still think he's an okay prospect, but he didn't respect Patterson's power at all, dude. I mean, his hands were like pretty low and he got caught. Like, he obviously landed some big shots himself. He did. It was a good fight for. It was like what, 2 minutes long? How long was it?
It seemed like Barlow didn't respect Patterson at all whatsoever. Like,
not at all. I'm good with getting him like a quick return. He would have 3 weeks. I think he could make the weight because again, he used to fight at lightweight. Right now,
we asked him about it, and he's like, I would love to, but he's like, I would rather go back and like look at everything I did bad,
Fair enough.
and then come.
Now, if they gave him a new contract, I don't think he could say no to it, but we'll see.
True.
Pato's saying that he saw him talking to Sean Shelby. Okay, well, I mean that's not a bad thing ever. Daniel learned from this. His hands. They were at his waist. And you can't fight like that in the UFC. Like you can't. Like you can get away with that in the regional scene. The UFC, everyone has power, man. Like no one's like in the men's divisions. Like I should say in the welterweight division. I would say most people have power. Like, yeah, you can't get away with that.
I mean, unless you're Anderson Silva, and then it also doesn't work anymore when you fight White.
It's a little different than Anderson. He was pretty slick, but even him, like, eventually got him caught and he lost his allure. All right, let's go to the prelims here. Mario Pinto gets the knockout bonus here over Austin Lane. Just like one of the best knockouts of the year. Just pretty much killed the dude. Like first round, Austin Lane looked great. I mean, he knocked down Pinto. You thought maybe this plus 400 underdog was actually going to win this fight, and then blasted. Alex, your cage out for this one?
Yeah, it started just like how every Mario Pinto fight starts. He starts very slow. And Stuart Austin was fucking screaming at him. I didn't see the corner, but like from like when he at the cage in his corner, screaming at him, "What the fuck are you doing? Fucking start, throw a 1-2, start, throw fucking punch." He was throwing, dude. And then after Mario Pinto knocks him out, he came back and screamed at Stuart Austin like, fuck, I fucking hate fighting like this. And so it was very interesting. It was very interesting how it all went down. But yeah, I mean, Mario Pinto is a very interesting prospect at heavyweight, especially because I wrote this last week. I think the heavyweight division is as bad as in like the Tim Sylvia area right now. It's fucking horrific. It's so bad. Like, yeah, we have Tom Aspinall, but fuck, dude, it's bad. It's so bad right now.
He's 26. He's turning 27 next week. I mean, he's one of the youngest guys in the division. Marcel, you like the comeback here with that crazy knockout?
I mean, I've seen him fight a lot of times in LFL because LFL is a Dutch promotion and he was a champion there. The thing is, he gets in trouble when the cardio gets really tested, I think, you know. And the takedown defense is not really there, but he got the knockout power. Only he needed to let his hands go. And when he let his hands go, he knocked Lane out, you know, and it was in the second round. I think he's a decent prospect. You know, he's still young, like Alex said, pretty much, or like you said. I don't remember which one of the two of you said it anymore. But
we look the same, so that's why.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, I'm interested. You know, I mean, he's a heavyweight, a younger heavyweight. Let's see how we can do. Match him up with somebody close, the bottom top 15. You know, let's see how he does that.
Yeah, you think he gets a ranked guy after one win? Maybe
he's out of the top 15, right? Dantel Mays.
Yeah, he is now.
Who's 15th? I'll pull it up. Right
Kennedy now. Probably.
I would keep him. I would keep him away from the rankings right now. Like,
I think he's kind of soon too for him. But I mean, Taliesin get ranked after one.
You know what? Give him Sean Sharaf.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but that guy should fight at 205. I think that Sharaf guy, like, he's going to get killed as he moves up.
That's not your choice to make, Adam.
If he just wants to keep eating, then he's going to stay heavyweight for sure. By the way, a couple comments here. Adam, Marcel, and Alex look like three brothers with the same dads with different moms. Oh, okay. Marcel and Alex are the troublemakers. Really, I'm the good one because I have glasses, right? Probably. Yeah. Daniel, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here, man. We always appreciate you in the chat. Antoine likes Mario Pinto and Taliesin Teixeira. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it, but again, they're two prospects. They're not going to match them up with each other. I could see like Pinto fighting. I want to pull up the rankings. He'll probably fight someone off of like a win, but someone at the bottom.
Dantel Mays, Hamdi, Thomas Peterson,
someone like that. Yeah, probably
Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, let's do that.
I don't mind it. And then with Lane,
Kafa.
I would keep Lane around. Like I said in the Discord, you need some shitty heavyweights on the roster, man. You have to have a few of these guys that, you know, he comes to bang, like except for against Robelis, where he needs to save his job, and Robelis has no takedown defense, so I don't blame him. But yeah, like he comes to bang, he's going to put on a good performance. Just looking at the rankings right now. I'm looking at the roster. Excuse me. Heavyweight, the bottom of the I mean, like the guys you mentioned are all options.
Austin Lane versus Chris Barnett, bro. Fuck it.
Is he still on the roster? Is he?
Yeah.
Barnett?
Yes.
Oh man, the height difference would be crazy. The height difference is going to be crazy. I think Chris Barnett has to jump to hit him in the face. You know.
I don't mind it. Like that Lucas Dreschke guy's still on the roster, Marcel. 1-5. He's still there. So I mean, they could do him and Lane. The loser gets cut. Like I was thinking that as well. But yeah, I mean, what about Jonathan Diniz? What happened to him? He's supposed to fight next week, right? They pulled him off the card. What happened?
He's injured. He was injured.
Oh, he's injured. Oh, okay. By the way, is Chris Gutierrez getting a fight? I was going to ask you about this. Do you know?
I haven't heard. Yeah, but I think he's still supposed to be on the card, but they don't have an opponent.
Is he Iridium too? Is he with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
He's gone. Oh, he's gone.
He's back.
He's back. Okay, there you go. All right, let's go back to the card, guys. Just a couple of fights. There's only 10 fights in the card. Actually, really quick before we get to them, 2 fights got canceled at the weigh-ins. You were there, obviously, Alex. Luana Carolina missed weight again, or she didn't even weigh in. Actually, she I guess couldn't even make. What happened? Do you know?
She wasn't even close to like 5 pounds overweight. Like she was, I think she was like 10 pounds overweight.
Oh geez. So are they going to force her to 135? They have to, right?
I mean, I would cut her.
Yeah, they could cut her too. I think she's a decent fighter, but yeah, I mean,
I said to Adam, like, this time she didn't have 2 hours to weigh in, so normally she comes after 1 hour and 59 minutes. Now
she's always there with the box, and she's always holding herself like this for herself.
But she's not. She didn't do the worst thing that the Luana did this weekend. Let's put it that way.
I saw that. Luana Santos. Did you see that, Alex?
No, what happened?
She's like, that's weird. Marcel, what happened?
She diddled her dog.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Like, it's just creepy as hell. She put it on her Instagram too, which is just fucking bizarre.
Yeah, she just deleted it. Yeah.
Yeah, Marcel, I don't find her that hot anymore, Marcel. I gotta be honest with you, man. She's not in the dudes apparently. She's in the dogs apparently. It's weird as hell.
Oh god.
It's fucking weird. And then the other fight that got canceled, John Castaneda and Douglas Silva de Andrade. So he weighed in, Silva de Andrade. They asked for a catch weight 140, and then what happened? The doctor pulled him. What happened? Do you know?
Yeah, they just pulled him. I guess I was hearing from somebody that he didn't look good the previous night, cutting weight.
Yeah. Do they still get paid if they weigh? Because he did weigh in.
So, from my understanding, is if you weigh in and you get paid, that's a fight off your contract.
Right.
So
I believe that's correct.
So that's why some people don't get paid when they weigh in because
They don't want to fight off their deal. I remember with Leslie Smith, this happened to her, like her last fight. I think her opponent missed weight or something. Yeah, I think that's what happened, right, Marcel? Remember that fight, Leslie Smith, the Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Like they paid her off and they got rid of her after. So, anyways, hopefully they can rebook that fight because I actually didn't mind that fight. I think it was a fun one. Okay, back to the card. Just a couple of fights left. Chepe Mariscal gets his 5th straight win in the UFC. What happened?
I showed Alex a clip.
Oh, you saw it? It's horrible, right?
Dude, what a fucking weird.
What are they doing down there in Brazil, Marcel? Jesus.
I also don't understand, man.
Why would you post that too? That's just fucking weird.
First of all, why would you do that? And second of all, why would you post that?
No, I mean, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Dude, what are you playing with your dog's wiener for? That's so creepy. It's super weird. Like, how can you even defend it, really, even? Like, it's just super weird. Fucking weird, man. All right. Can we forget about that? Let's talk about these last couple fights, hopefully.
Sorry. Yeah, sure.
It's okay. Chepe Mariscal, 5th straight win over Ricardo Ramos. Yeah, I think he started off strong, kind of tapered off as the fight went. You know what's crazy? Ramos, he landed that spinning back elbow like 4 or 5 times in this fight, and Chepe ate them. But he kept landing it. I mean, Alex, you said that you don't think he'll get a ranked guy, but 5-0 in the UFC is pretty good.
Yeah, I just don't. He's a nice guy. He's just not interesting, and I just don't like. There's so many people in that division that he's just gonna get lost in the shuffle. I think there's a lot of rematches that he can do.
Yeah, Steve Garcia, I was thinking that one.
Garcia,
Yusuf Zalal, right?
I think there's two other ones he lost to in LFA.
Bunch of guys.
Yeah, I mean, does he deserve it? Probably, yeah, but I just don't think he's gonna get it.
Yeah, Marcel, any thoughts?
Yeah, man, I think I really like Chepe Mariscal. You know, I think he's a fun fighter to watch. He kind of got. I think it was a close fight, but a lot of people think he got lucky in the Morgan Charrier fight. But it was. I mean, he looked good in my opinion. The Ricardo Ramos with the spinning back elbow, he was obviously searching for the third one. You know, he got 2 stoppages with it
Joe
already.
Anderson Brito is who he should fight next. It's a rematch.
I mean,
that's a good one too. Yeah,
I'm good with that, man. I'm good with it.
He might get one of these rematches. I just checked. Almost 8-6 in the UFC. He's lost 3 of 4. Does he get cut or does he get one more fight? What do you guys think?
I'll give him one more.
Yeah, one more.
I would probably let him go.
I think he might get let go because honestly, most people thought he lost to Koulibaly. Like he got very lucky.
Sometimes you're such a dick, Alex. I'm
just kidding. Koulibaly got cut, didn't he? I think he got cut.
Right?
Sure
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe.
I think Ramos is like he'd be lucky to get one more. Danny Silva defeats Lucas Almeida, split decision. So I watched the interviews and apparently he was like hurt his arm or hand or something. That's why he kind of backed up in the 3rd round. Clearly won the first 2 rounds. Yeah, I mean it wasn't the best fight, but you know he's 2-0 now in the UFC. And then Almeida, though, I think missed weight again. He's missed weight a few times now, right? And he's right, Marcel. He's missed weight before, hasn't he?
But I don't know. I know Danny Silva lost weight the last time or missed weight the last time.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'll check Almeida right now. I thought he did miss weight. I could be wrong. Silva did miss. Okay, no. My bad.
No, the thing was he was supposed to fight Brito in Paris, but he had problems with the flight, and then that fight got canceled. Maybe you're confused.
Something like that. I think I was just confusing him and Silva who missed weight. I think that's what happened.
Awesome.
I mean, he's 2-3 though. Like, I guess they would give him one more, but I think he could be potentially cut too. Unfortunately,
so that means he probably signed a new contract after his win over Tim.
Yeah, he probably did. So they'll probably give him one more at least, right? I would think.
Yeah.
The Silva guy, like I think he's got a little bit of potential. Trains with Cub Swanson. Comes to bang, but 2 split decision wins. I mean, that's not really moving the needle, right? 2 split decisions in your first 2 fights. And then again, 3rd round backing up the whole time, right? It's not good.
But he gets a pass because of his contender series fight. It was the best fight.
A banger with Pacheco. Were you there for that fight?
Oh, dude, yeah. I think
that was a war.
I think it's either that or Yusuf versus Mike Davis is the best contender series fight of all time. It's
Pacheco. Yeah, he lost to Kale Kyle
That's-
Loughran.
For me, it's still Yusuf versus Mike Davis, and also JDM against Angelusa is also a great
Yeah.
one.
That was a
Good
good
one,
fight.
too.
I'd have to look back at that. I mean, there's been a lot of fights over the years, but maybe not, even that fight last year. What was it? Was it? Can't remember. There was a fight last year that I liked.
And
Anyways,
there was remember these amazing fights during that Joe Pfeiffer card on Dana White Contender Series.
oh yeah, it would be
Dana
like
was
Joe
so happy.
Pfeiffer, the famous
Yeah.
quote. All right, just a couple other fights really quickly. Go through them. JJ Aldrich saves her pretty much UFC career here against Andrea Lee. 6 straight losses for Lee. There's no way she gets a 7th straight fight potentially, right? There's no chance, right? Alex?
I mean, it was the last fight on her contract. So
She's gone then for sure. She's
Uh,
lucky that she stuck
yeah.
around for so long, man.
is there anything worse than low level women's MMA?
No, this fight was really bad. I thought it was a really
Fuck.
bad fight. Andrea Lee's record in the UFC 5-9.
7? Oh, no.
5-9. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good. Her best win, I think, was that one against Shevchenko, the sister. That was a nice win, but really disappointing UFC career. I mean, she started 3-0.
Calvillo, her first.
That was nice. She stopped her. Calvillo also had, I think, 5 straight losses. Yeah. So she also had a long leash. I guess they're just desperate for fighters in that division. And then kicking off the card, Ramzan Tamarov defeats Charles Johnson. Yeah, I think the decision was correct here too. Like Charles Marcel, we talk about every time he fights, he's going to lose the first round. We all know that. It comes down to the second round, and it was close, but he lost it, and he just didn't have enough urgency in this fight, guys. Like Charles is built for 5-round fights, like because he's going to win the last 3 probably.
I also felt his corner they said you have to win the 3rd round for it's close. They said it's like. Guys, he lost probably the first 2 rounds.
Unless it's like clear where you have like 5 minutes of control or like you multiple knockdowns, you should never be like, yeah, you won that round. Like you never should. Okay, unless it's completely clear.
Yeah,
I
but also
like,
even
hey man, it's close. Like you probably lost that round. That's probably what I would have said.
I wouldn't even say it's close. I would just say, listen, you probably have lost this round. I'm just
fair enough.
I would be straight.
Charles' last fight is Deal, wasn't it? I think is that true?
I don't think. So let's see.
How many fights has he had?
A lot.
6 and 5. He fights every weekend, basically. I like Chuck. Don't get me wrong; he's good, but like, I don't know. This was a weird fight. Like he almost got a step back. Not
I
to
mean,
say that Cameron was good. Not good, but
he probably got a new contract after Sumadarji.
Yeah, maybe after Van too, because that was his best performance, right? I would think.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with Ramazan.
He's good, man.
Because I felt with how hard he was throwing, I thought he would gas out way sooner than he did. To be, he was tired in round 3, but like he wasn't dead. Like he wasn't dead, like he was still going. And in the flyweight division, dude, like with someone with power like that, it's interesting.
Any thoughts, Marcel?
I mean, he looked good, but he got tired after the second round, or during the second round already. So the thing is, like, how does he do against even better opposition? Although, man, Charles is pretty decent, I think Charles was very underrated for a long time, and people have picked up. Also, why the hell was this the opening fight of the night? I have no idea.
Crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird that he got an unranked guy opening the card. Like, I almost feel like the UFC, like there's something contractually going on behind the scenes. That's what I'm thinking, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think it's just the UFC likes to put flyweights on at the first night because they think it's going to be a fun fight.
It was a good fight, like no doubt. It was a good fight. I think it was.
They could also start with 2 shitty fights, so we can tune in later. I'm just kidding.
You know what's Marcel, and he talked about this last week, Alex. It's like I think it was Dana's like we build the cards like we think about every fight the way we place them, and then you see the powder sometimes it's just like the weirdest shit you'll ever see.
I think it's they put heavyweights or they put flyweights to kick off the card. They either think it's gonna be a knockout by heavyweights or it's gonna be a fucking fun 3-round banger with the flyweights.
You know what always makes me laugh, Alex? It's like, if you don't know, now you know. And then Dana takes the most obvious fight that everybody knows is a banger. And then on the board, it's like, that was a great pick again from the boss.
Yeah.
I was like, we know.
I agree.
When he chooses the co-main event, it's like, bro, come on, dude. Like,
You know what? Anyways, I think that's it for the card, like really. But like I think it was a pretty good card. The prelims not so much, but the main card was solid. Just before we go, we're gonna close the window, and I'll open up a new one for the preview. But I want to just really quickly go through those cuts, if that's okay with
I
you
thought
guys.
you want to give a point for the card.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Let's start with Alex.
okay.
That was like a 5.5.
No, it was better than that, I think. Well, it's your opinion, though. I can't say you're wrong.
I go 6.5.
Mr. Sunny optimistic over here again. I'll go 7.
Dude,
So.
how is that a 7?
Because the main card was like a 9, dude. I think I really do think so, bro. Bro, the fights were phenomenal, man. How could you get better than this? Like the prelims, the prelims were like a 2, like they were bad. But the main card was like a 9. I think it was dude. Cop looked great. Brundage Marquez was a war. Hackbrass was a war. Emil Gomes was a war. Patterson had a crazy knock. That's sick. Not the biggest things. It was a good card.
Alex just got bored by. He's like, I've been in Seattle last week. Now I'm going back to the Apex. He's like, again the Apex.
Anyway,
Are you going to T-Mobile next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sick. Nice.
So you got to see Marco Goat winning a title. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Alex, you're gonna say cage side, or you're gonna be a press ledge again?
Probably press ledge. I like press ledge better.
I love it, dude. You can like talk a little bit up there. You don't have to just keep your mouth shut like down when you're on the floor.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this quickly because you're always there. Do you think eventually they're going to sell those seats to fans instead?
Yes.
Like why are they giving the media these seats? These have like the best seats ever. And like, don't get me wrong, complain too much because I'm going to be in Montreal. I got my credentials, Alex, and I am hoping they give me a cage side seat. I'm hoping. I mean, I don't mind if it's press ledge, but like, I think like you actually don't necessarily need the media there. Like, I feel like it's like the UFC is losing out on revenue potentially. Like, again, I don't want to complain too much because it's nice when you are there, but like press ledge is fun too, man.
I think it's gonna, if anything, they'll even shrink it more and have like 3 seats for like people that need to be cage side for like play-by-play or something like that, like for big outlets. But
I could see that too.
I think there's a time where they're gonna cut.
I agree, especially when Dana's always talking shit about the media. He doesn't like the media, obviously. A couple of comments really quick in the chat. Oh, go ahead.
Alex, how is your brother doing, by the way, man? After getting poked in the eye last week, how's your brother doing?
He's good, dude. He's good. He's
Oh, Alex Henry Bahunin or
Alex
Udo. Never mind.
Yeah, he's good.
They asked you, actually, we didn't ask you about that. Do you think Dana was he in a salty mood because of how the card ended? Is that what happened? Or
I think so. Yeah. Also,
he was kind of a dick to you and James, man. He was kind of a dick to you guys, I thought.
Yeah. Also, I think he thought, or with my second question when I was asking about the shove, I think he thought I was fishing for an answer, where he's like, I'm firing this guy for pushing Banner forward. But I just want to be like, bro, what's is there a penalty for shoving somebody after the fight? That's all I wanted to know.
I mean, they've cut people.
Fair question.
Yeah, it's obviously
Jason High shoved a ref once. It was a ref, I guess.
Obviously, this was nothing like Koscheck getting punched by Daly, but
sure,
you're still pushing somebody after a fight.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. I agree. I mean, it has happened occasionally, but yeah, it's lame because the guy's back is turned.
Did you saw Paige Van Zandt reacting that? I barely recognized her with the clothes on, man. So,
and there was also, remember that shove with the Wayans? It was Jakar Close and Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah.
Jakar got it. He was injured in that, and people laughed at him and mocked him. It's dude, we're not expecting that to happen. You can fuck your back up, and Jakar has had serious injuries since then. And I don't think Jeremy was punished, although eventually he got cut because of his performances. But yeah, let's just a couple of questions here. Will we see Andrea fighting for Bale at the Kentucky State Fair? She's from Louisiana, man. Not good. Actually, you know what? Oh God, if they go to UFC Louisiana, she's going to be on the card, isn't she? How could they not have her on the card?
Probably.
You know what? They're going to bring back Tony Kelly too, aren't they?
July.
Is he still on the? Is he still on the roster?
Pay-per-view or fight night?
Pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Is he still on the roster, Tony Kelly?
No, he's not.
No. I was joking, but yeah, it's going to be Poirier and someone, I'm guessing, Alex. I mean, I don't know if you can reveal. But that makes sense, right?
If I'll just say this: if it does, if a Louisiana pay-per-view does happen, Dustin Poirier will be the main event.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, a couple other comments. Did you guys see the Tank Davis and Roach fight? I just saw the finish online. Yeah, it looked like they should have taken a point for the knee, but I didn't see the whole fight, so I can't comment. Zach's in the chat. Whoa, just got here. Alex Cejudo's here. Here he is in the flesh.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Dana hates Cejudo. He thought Dana didn't say it, but he thought that Henry quit. Like,
yeah,
Dana didn't want to say it.
Clearly did. The way he reacted, he clearly did. That's why he also was like, I don't need to see a rematch.
He was so fucking salty when James asked him what the question. Like, I don't think it was a bad question to ask. Like,
no.
After seeing Almabayev's performance, can we admit that Usyk would have spoke to him? Maybe we'll see that fight, Blake. I mean, if Usyk loses to Moreno, it actually makes a lot of sense. Has anyone asked Farrakhan about the push? Probably not. I don't think anybody knows this guy really. What's up, Glenn? Oh, Glenn's here. Look, our boy Glenn. Glenn's never here. Glenn, glad to have you here, man. Anything goes UFC some flags and last.
Yeah, they. I saw the security tell Ramazan's team to not bring his flag in the cage.
What country is he from?
Uzbekistan.
Yeah,
that's a ban, like a ban flag. Do you know or?
I mean, he used it. I think he brought it out during weigh-ins, weigh-ins or face-off. But yeah, they told him don't bring it in after the fight.
Look, at least Larry picked up on my joke. You know.
Here it is. I missed this one. Oh God, Marcel. Trevor Piquet, he's from Tennessee. Crazy seeing Tony Kelly back in the UFC Vegas. At least, yeah. She was there. A couple other comments. We'll go through them really quick. At 50 on Roach, disgusting, devastating. Yeah, I mean, like, you probably should have, or it should have been a draw at least, right? Like, if the point was deducted.
It was a draw. If the point was deducted, he would have won.
Oh wow! I thought it was majority. Was it majority win or majority draw?
Majority draw.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I thought it was a majority decision. Okay,
come on, Adam.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I just watched the someone sent me the clip this morning. I'm not the biggest boxing guy, to be fair, so. Was that in Vegas? Was that T-Mobile last night? Or?
No, it was Barclays.
Oh, okay, cool.
Dude, I gotta say, like, whenever there's a big boxing match, dude, you feel it.
Yeah, for sure, 100%, man. They're gonna bring back Tim Creeder. Yeah, bring him back, Marcel, the legend Tim Creeder. Bring him back.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a Dutch singer. Tim Creeder, by the way.
Like, you know what, Cop's daughter we brought in. I didn't notice that. I turned it off after the knockout.
It was really weird. Cop is like, let my daughter in, and then she wants to come in. Everybody's like, no, she cannot come in. And then when somebody wasn't looking, one guy from the security, which happened to be a black guy, was like, okay, let her in. So it's like the black brothers stay together. So good for them, you know? Let his daughter in. Why not? It's the main event.
Yeah, hit the likes. Appreciate that, Andrew. Guys, I want to just go quickly through the roster cuts. I want to get you guys' thoughts on them because we did mention a few. Let's go through them really quick. I'm going to go through all of them. There was like a bunch of cuts in like the last week, I would say. Let's go through them really quickly one by one. Dylan Budka got cut. No surprise there, right?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep after I read that. It was like a crazy story to me. It was like, dude, why not give this guy another fight? You know, I mean, I felt so. No, man, guys, I'm just sarcastic.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Majoran Ruzibayev. So we actually predicted this. We both said because he missed weight, like they were going to cut him, right? So they hate when you're like, yeah, I can make weight on short notice, and then you don't. Like that Zach Scroggin guy. Same thing happened to him last year. Like. Because there's other guys, you know that they have like a list of guys they can call on short notice, right? So
they're basically saying like you take somebody else's spot who could have made weight, you know. So yeah, I still wonder why Mike Aswell hasn't been called yet, you know.
I don't get it either. I mean, and that's Alex's guy from Fury, so he should.
Yeah, why, Alex? Why are you frustrating this process, dude? Is it you?
It's not me, bro. It's not me.
I know.
Let's go through the last couple cuts quick. Julio Arce was on the list, but like he signed with GFL a while ago. Like so, his contract finished, right?
His contract finished, and he signed with GFL. That's true.
There you go. Josh Cooleybow. I mean, this one I kind of like Josh, to be honest with you.
Me too.
It was just one of those things where like they need bodies to fill the Australia card, so why not keep them around? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Plus, I think they could have given him one more.
His losses weren't bad either. You know, he lost to Lerone Murphy, and he lost to Danny Silva. You know, I mean,
these are like split decisions too, man. Yeah. Like they're close fights. Yeah, I agree.
The Murphy
the Taylor Lapis cut. This is the one that most people were just like, "What the fuck?" This is just bizarre. I mean, obviously
that's another one, dude. They go to Paris every fucking year. They don't have enough fighters on the roster. Like, it's just crazy. Also, if you look at those names, a lot of them are decision merchants. So
Yeah.
Jonathan Pierce.
Yeah, well, that's the next one. Pierce got cut. I'm not surprised. He wasn't the most exciting guy. Let's be honest.
Dude,
Cody Stamen.
He went from almost fighting Bryce Mitchell on the fucking 288 main card.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
He's on the roster. Cody Stamen, not surprised. He's an older guy and he's on the losing skid. Matt Semmelsberger, 4-fight losing skid, so not surprised. Natan Levy, that was another one that really shocked people, I think. He did lose his last fight, and he miss weight, Marcel?
I don't think so. He was fighting Mark Davis, right?
He missed weight.
Oh, he missed weight. Okay.
And he lost, didn't he? Like,
I guess something something happened behind the scenes, and that's why he got cut.
It's already kind of a bad look for the UFC when you cut this guy and you give Bryce Mitchell a huge fight, right? It's just a weird,
sure.
It's a weird look. And then last cut was Roosevelt Roberts again. Like, no surprise, although I kind of feel bad because like he comes back in the UFC on short notice. He fights Ludovic Klein on short notice, and then they cut him right after he loses to him.
I think he's in the Vince Morales thing where it's like he's way too good to be on the regional scene, but not good enough to be in the UFC.
And there's a lot of guys like that. There really is. Like these, like you know, in baseball they call them like 4A players. Like there's a lot of guys like that in UFC.
That's why we need a Bellator, you know.
Bellator. You know, since he's gone, man, I think it was good to have around for the B-level fighters. What's next for Hooker? I mean, maybe they could rebook the fight. I don't really know. I mean, it's hard to say. Josh retired. Oh yeah, you did say that, Blake, in the chat. He retired. Well, they probably told him that he's not coming back, and then he retired at the same time. He's not. Here's the thing: once you like get cut from the UFC, you have to win like so many fights to get back. Even Brundage said this. He's like, I don't want to win 8 fights in the regional scene and come back. Like I would have retired if I lost. He didn't he say that last night?
Yep,
he did, right?
He did. Yeah, it was
especially with Cody. He's got two young kids. Like I mean,
it was a brutally honest, but like I'm really happy that he said it.
Dude, he's not wrong for saying it because like this. I gotta tell you guys, I love the sport. I think being a fighter is such a shitty job though when you think about it. Like your job security is on the line every time you fight. Actually, not even before you fight. If you have to make weight first, if you miss weight, you could be cut. If you have bad performance, you could be cut. The pay is not great unless you're a superstar, really. I mean, it's better than it used to be because you have like health benefits and stuff now, but before you didn't. So it's not great.
That's why I try and tell these these prospects before they get to the UFC, like, bro, look at the big picture because say you get in and say you're a 7-0 prospect, right? You get in, you're on a 12-12 contract. Say you lose 3 of them, that's $36,000, and you're out of the UFC. And it's
take all that damage too.
Very, very hard to get back to the UFC.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Kind of reminds me. Do you remember in the Ultimate Fighter with the discussion with Tim Elliott and Eric Shelton, where Eric Shelton was like, "Man, I'm going to be in the UFC," and then Tim Elliott is like, "You can win this fucking show, you know," and then you lose one fight, and the other one you lose again. Bye. You're gone, you're out. He says, I'm just lucky that I got another shot here. He says, you're not in yet. It's not mean that you get to the final, you're in the UFC, you know. And he was right, you know. I always like Eric Shelton, but he's not in the UFC anymore, you know.
Yeah, you're right. It's so true. It's fucking brutal, dude.
It is. It's a tough career to have. And a couple of comments here. Sterling and Urslan. That's official, right, Marcel? That fight?
Yeah. That was
who announced it though?
UFC Canada.
Okay. I didn't see it on the website, but I didn't check the UFC.
I think somebody else could have announced it, but hey, whatever.
That's great. Hey, I don't mind. That's like an early prelim, I would think.
Could have had that last week. Totally blank my mind.
Makayev gets a second look next year if Pantoja beats Scott. I mean, I think they probably should bring him back now, but
no, he's not coming back.
He wants to come back so bad, they don't want him back.
As long as the head honcho is still in the UFC, Makayev will not be back in the UFC. I'll let you know there.
Glenn has comment, love the sport, hate the company. And you know what's crazy though, Glenn? Like the UFC still treats these guys better than like, you know, a lot of these promotions. Like
Alex, do you actually know what, besides what we know about Makayev, what happened behind the scenes? What you can say.
He knows something. You can't say it. You can look at his face.
That's why I asked. I saw it on your face.
You're like,
Yeah. Next question.
I mean, we've heard he was like a dick to someone at the PI, like the PI people. We've heard that. We've heard that the matchmakers didn't like him.
That's half of it, but
Half of it. Okay.
Okay, we hear it after the show.
As a
Alex,
fighter,
we're good.
he's good. But anyways, cruel game for sure. A couple of comments, guys. We're gonna start the new podcast in a second. Can you imagine how these dudes feel when their friends are trying to ask them what happened to the UFC when they got cut? Oh my god, I can't even imagine. That's an awkward conversation to have during dinner, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have guys like Sam Alvey getting paid $100,000 fight to lose 8 fights in a row. It pays me. I mean, I kind of agree with Blake that like you could win fights like Lapalus, but not be like exciting and get cut, or you could like just have exciting fights like a Marquez or Alvey and stick around forever.
next.
Well, I mean, look at
Does he? Oh my god,
he's gonna get killed. But look at this is a perfect example, right? Look at someone like Taylor Lapalus or Carl Williams, right? Now they should be in the UFC because with a winning record.
Yeah.
Now look at Trevor Peake. What's his record?
It's not in the UFC. It's like what's 2-3, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, but they think he's exciting.
And he got a brand new contract coming off of a loss.
Is he 2-3 or is he 1-3? I'll check. I know he beat that guy. No, he's 2-3. Yeah, he beat Muhammad Yar and Eric Gonzalez, and then he lost to Asmus, Campbell, and Marskull. Yeah, he got a new contract.
And there's always those things where you'll be in the UFC's favor if you take a short notice fight. Carl Williams fought Junior Taffa on 1 day.
Dude, what about Roberts? I just said he fought Ludovic Klein at short notice and got cut.
Rabatsky as well.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I actually thought that he did pretty good against Ludovic Klein. Like he was competitive.
The UFC is not your friend.
Where's Ludovic? Where is he, by the way, Marcel? Ludovic Klein.
What I got told is that he was supposed to fight like earlier this month or last month, but that was when his wife was giving birth to the kid, and I think he got the kid like in that week where he was supposed to fight actually, so he didn't took that fight. That's what I heard. Yeah,
no, I agree. All right, guys, let's have this podcast. It's a great time to do it. We're gonna start a new podcast here, guys. We're gonna go do the UFC 313 previews. Just give me a minute. I'll tweet it out. Appreciate you guys joining us here for the recap and a good chat about the craziness that being a UFC fighter is. But yeah, give me a sec. We'll tweet out the UFC 313 preview.